Let's move into Auburn. What is Auburn's reason or case for winning the national championship this season?
So everyone knows about Janai Broom, but first I wanted to start as like with their free throw shooting percentage as a team. 74% maybe doesn't like sound like the greatest number in the world for college basketball. That is like decently high, if not like one of the better free throw shooting percentages in the country. And then they have three guys that average 90%, or two guys that average 90%, and then Chad Baker Mazara is right at 88.6% from the free throw line. This is a team that obviously has a lot of different guys, and I want to start with free throw shooting percentage first and then move down, just because I think it's so important in March if you don't make your free throws, which I mean Janai Broom had some struggles from there all season long, and it's just a little bit unfortunate. Maybe one of the reasons why their free throw percentage isn't as high as it could be. But having three guys like that are consistent scores for you and average over 25 minutes per game for all three of those guys, having those guys in the clutch is really important, and I don't think can be underscored. In any of the close games, it feels like they're never really a worry from the line. Like Baker Mazara, Denver Jones, Kelly, they all shoot really, really well from the free throw line. So that was the first case I wanted to make. And then you look at Janai Broom. If not the best player in the country, the second best player in the country. I personally have him as the second best player in the country. He's had a great season all season long. He averaged a double, 18 and 10, almost 18 and 11. You look at a guy like that and it just feels like he can't really be stopped. That was the reason why any case for them like winning the SEC championship when we were doing those picks was Janai Broom, like the majority of it. And then the other guys, obviously they have a lot of auxiliary pieces in Chad Baker Mazara, Pettiford coming off the bench, Kelly, Denver Jones, all of those guys are really, really good. But it really all runs through Janai Broom, just like in another asset that we were just talking about, facet that we were just talking about, Duke through Cooper Flag. Obviously, they have their guys, but Cooper Flag is the guy for that team. It essentially like revolves the same way for Auburn. They average 84 points a game and are like all of these guys. Like, if you're gonna go to the Final Four, you have to have a good coach. Bruce Pearl is one of the better coaches in all the NCAA, and I really like the way that they play. It doesn't feel like the moment is ever too big for them, and led by a guy like Janai Broom in the post. It's just, if he's dominating the game, they're a real problem. And even if he's not, we've seen in the tournament where he hasn't had all of his best games, and this Auburn team can still dominate. So.
That's actually exactly what I was just about to touch on. I kind of think he got a little bit of a bad rap. They were looking at specifically like his field goal percentage and a couple of other statistics that were kind of down from his regular season stats. But he was kind of a little bit behind some of the pace that he had in the regular season. And this team was kind of able to still just be able to take care of business, right? Michigan didn't really give him too much. Creighton didn't give him too much. And now they're in the Final Four, and Janai Broom just had a virtuoso game that we just saw today, and they're still holding on. Great culture. One of the best conference years, if you will, of all time. So I think they can handle Duke and Houston. I mean, all these teams are certainly on the same level. You've been mentioning it like since before this tournament started. We're gonna have good games if the top seeds or the higher seeds make it so late into this tournament. And that's exactly what we're going to get. It's just going to come down to who's number one is potentially better, and then let the chips fall where they may. Obviously, they don't want a repeat of what happened to them against Tennessee. I don't really know how possible that is against Florida. It's just going to be a grudge match. I really do think all of these games are going to be close.